Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the second video in week 1 of class piano 2. All right, we are in the fall semester of 2020. So last video we were basically going over all those 10 keys, scales, and arpeggios. Now, we have also learned the primary chords last semester, right? Everyone knows the primary chords, including the 1 chord, 4 chord, and 5 chord. Okay, for example, if we're talking about C major, right? 1 chord is C major, obviously, right? And then the 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will become F major. And 5 chord is G major. So these 3 chords, 1, 4, and 5, so-called primary chords, right? These 3 are the most important harmony in the tonality system. Okay, so this is something I will be focusing on this semester, the entire semester, right? Not only that, I want you to get these primary chords cadence learned well, but also we're going to do a lot of improvisation, right? I'm going to give you the melody tune, play with your right hand and left hand. I'm going to ask you to fit in these 3 chords as accompaniment. So basically, if you can get these 3 chords, remember really well in your system, you can probably accompany any single melody tune with these 3 chords. And for music ed students that you have your junior test, right? In the piano test, that's something it's definitely in there, okay? They're going to give you a simple tune, and they ask you to play with the tune with right hand, and then left hand to use 1, 4, or 5, these 3 primary chords. Obviously, if you want to add other chords, you may, but mainly these 3 to accompany the tune. Or they ask you to sing the tune and use both hands to do the accompaniment by using these 3 primary chords. Okay, so learning this is very important. From the attachment, I included this primary chord cadence, right? In on top of the music says chords, which is 1, then 4, back to 1, then 5, then 5, 7, back to 1. Okay, so this is the cadence I want you to learn, and we're going to play this cadence on each of the keys. Okay, so if you look at that music, this is C major, right? 1 chord. But when we go to 4 chords, we're not jumping the entire hands to. So the 4 chord, we're using the second inversion, so that you keep the same position. You see the C, you're even keep it. You're not just moving the top 2 notes. Then coming back to 1 chord, and now we have 5 chords, which you keep the top note. So this 5 chord, you can tell this is not the root position. This is the first inversion, right? Just so that you can play, you don't have to jump back and forth. You play around this C major chord, okay? So this is the first inversion of the 5 chords. Then the 5, 7. Okay, 5, 7, which means this is again not the root position, but this is the first inversion. The first, if the root position will be G, B, D, F, right? Now the bottom note is B, and we're missing a fifth note, D. So that you play only 3 notes for all the chords, right? I explained all these, how that happened last semester, so you can review them. So this is the 5-7 chord, then we come back to 1 chord. Okay, so among 1, 4, 1, 5, 5, 7, and back to 1. Okay? So basically these 6 chords are covered all the primary chords. In these 3 chords, obviously you have 3 1 chords, right? 1 4 chord and 1 5 and 1 5 7. So it makes the 6 chords as a complete cadence. So we are playing these. So I just play the C major with you. Right? So, I want you to practice these cadences with the first 10 keys that you were just doing the scales and arpeggios, which is C major, C minor, G major, G minor, D major, D minor, A major, A minor, and E major, E minor. All right, just these 10 keys. Okay, so we could, in the music, you have 4 keys there listed. The first one is C major, second one is G major, third one is D major, and last one is A major. Okay, I will obviously play each one of these to you, but I also want you to use the same concept, same idea to create the other keys that you need to practice. Okay, so again, I'm playing each of these 10 keys cadence for you. Okay, so the fingerings we went over last semester already, right? 1 chord you use 1 3 5, 4 chord you use 1 3 5, right hand, left hand 1 2 5. Back to 1 chord, both hands 1 3 5. Now 5 chords, your left hand can use 1 4 5, right hand is 1 2 5. 5 7 chord, the opposite, your right hand is 1 4 5, left hand is 1 2 5. Then back to both hands 1 3 5 on 1 chord. This fingering works for every single key. Doesn't matter what key or black keys in the future. Okay, every single one you use the same thing, same fingerings. Okay, here we go again. C major. Okay, now let's go to the C minor, which you have 3 flats, right? But don't forget, when we do the 5 and 5 7, we need to play them in major, right? 1 chord, 4 chord are in minor keys, but 5 and 5 7 we are playing in major just because we are doing harmonic minor. When you raise the 7th note, it becomes the 5 and 5 7 chord becomes a major chord. Okay, so give you example: C minor, C, E flat, and G. And 4 chord we go to C, F, and A flat. Right, F minor chord. This is. Then come back to C minor chord. But you cannot play B flat in the 5 chord, because you raise the B flat to B natural, so we have a major 5 chord. Same idea as 5 7, still B natural, right? Then go back to C minor. So you can actually tell that the 5 and 5/7 chords in minor keys are identical same as major key. So only 1 chord and 4 chord changing from major to minor, right? So same idea. I'm going to play each one of these keys for you. Okay, now I'm going to play D major, right? You can see that from your music. It's on the 3rd one. That's a D major, right? So 1 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord. Don't forget C sharp on 5, 5/7, 1. Now D minor, okay? So D minor, you have 1 chord as minor key, 4 chord is minor key, but don't forget the C sharp for 5 and 5/7 chord to make them major. Okay, here's D minor. 4 chord is also minor. Back to D minor. Don't forget the C sharp. A major 5 chord, right? Then 5/7. Back to D minor. Here we go. Okay, so let's go to E major and E minor. Now, you don't have this in the music I gave you, but basically it's the same thing. If you know the key well, you have 4 sharps here, right? So 1, 4, 1. Don't forget D sharp for 5. Then 5/7. Okay. And the E minor, 1 chord and 4 chord becomes minor, but don't forget F sharp, D sharp to make your 5 and 5/7 chord in major. Here's a E minor, 1 chord. Then 4 chord is minor. Back to 1. Don't forget F sharp, D sharp to make a major. Major 5 chords, right? Then 5/7. Back to E minor. Okay. Now let's go to G major. It's very simple. You can see that from your music. It's the 2nd one. 1, 4, 1, 5, 5/7, 1. And G minor, right? Keep the 5 and 5/7 exactly same, but changing the first 2 chords, 1 chord and 4 chord into minor. G minor, right? Don't forget the E flat for 4 chord. Back to G minor. Now same as major, right? F sharp for major 5 chord, then 5/7. Back to G minor. Okay. Now we're having A major and A minor. A major, you have in your music, in the last one is A major. 1, 4, back to 1, 5. Don't forget the G sharp, right? 5/7, 1. Okay, now we're in A minor, no sharp, no flats, but don't forget the G sharp because we're playing the harmonic minor, so make your 5 and 5/7 in major. A minor, then 4 chord is D minor, right? Back to A minor. Don't forget G sharp, make it 5 major, and 5/7, same as the major one, back to A minor. Here we are. Here are all the 10 keys cadences as well. Okay, I want you to practice this week as well. Okay, look at your assignment sheet number 6. All right, I want you to learn the following 2 songs. First of all, let's look at the Are You Sleeping? Right? I wrote all the solfege note there. Right? In C major, do, re, mi, do, do, re, mi, do, mi, fa, sol, mi, fa, sol, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, do, right? So everyone knows the tunes, very simple. And I want you to use right hand to play the melody. Then change to fourth finger. Then jump down, 4, 1, 4. 4, 1. And then use left hand to play 1 chord and 5 chord only. Or 5, 7, right? 5, 7. So 1 chord, then 5, 7. If you learn your cadences pretty well, now you should remember this. So it becomes like this. Then left hand becomes do, so, do, so. Okay, so you see I put 2 different accompaniment there, right? The one I just played was the first one. The second one, I'm adding the third measure and fourth measure, not only playing the 1 chord, but playing 1, 5, 1. So it becomes like a do, re, mi, do, do, re, mi, do, mi, fa, sol, mi, fa, sol, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, do, sol, do. So you can play, both of these, okay? That's one way of doing that. Another way I want you to do is I want you to sing this melody in solfege and play both hand chords as accompaniment, like this. Do, re, mi, do, do, re, mi, do, mi, fa, sol, mi, fa, sol, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, do, sol, do, do, sol, do. Okay? So there are 2 ways. One way is right hand play the melody, left hand play the chords as accompaniment. The other way is sing the solfege in melody and play both hands in chords as accompaniment. Okay, when you turn in your homework, I need both ways. Okay, so next one is Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, so the solfege is all there, should be pretty simple. Again, 2 ways, right? Right hand play the melody and left hand play the chords. Okay, so it sounds like this. And then the second way, you sing the melody in solfege and play both hands chords. Mi, re, do, re, mi, 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 re, 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 mi, so, so, mi, re, do, re, mi, 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 re, re, mi, re, do. Okay, so both pieces are in C major, but I want you also transfer, after you learn the C major really well, I ask you to transfer this into E major. Okay, so are you sleeping, right? So do, re, mi, do, do, re, mi, do, mi, fa, sol, mi, fa, sol, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, do, sol, do, do, sol, do. Same thing with singing, right? Do, re, mi, do, do, re, mi, do, mi, fa, sol, mi, fa, sol, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, do, do, sol, do, do, sol, do. Okay, same thing in Mary Had Little Lamb in E major as well, right? So you play right hand. So you have then sing the melody in solfege, then play both hands chords, right? Mi, re, do, re, mi, re, mi, so, mi, re, do, re, mi, re, do. Should not be that difficult to play these two pieces in either way, but on the homework when you come back, I need both ways. Right hand melody, left hand chords. Sing the solfege, both hands playing the chords as accompaniment. I need both ways for these two pieces. Okay? So I know that this is a lot of work. But remember, all these, if we're doing face-to-face, you're having 3 classes. Or for those Tuesday, Thursdays, you have 2 classes. Obviously, longer class. So you have, this is for the entire week homework. Okay? So, yes, that's a lot of timing if you record your homework. However, again, don't wait until Sunday night start to do all these homework, right? You don't have to record all these in one recording, right? For example, oh, I practiced the scales really well. I only record all my scales in one recording. All right, stop. And then maybe the next day, okay, I'm learning the cadences, major cadences. I record all major cadences in one recording. Fine, stop. The following day, you do all minor keys. So spread out evenly in the whole week. Don't do everything in the last day. You're not going to have enough time. Okay. So you can divide these things in as many videos as you can and then submit them all through the D2L. Okay. One reminder, friendly reminder, that when you submit your homework, your video, make sure do not upload the entire video in the D2L because there's a limited space there. All I need is just upload the link in the D2L. So when I click the link, I can go to either the YouTube or university video to watch these homework. Okay? So that's all you need to do. Don't upload the whole video thing. We don't have enough space in D2L. So that's all for first week. And again, so glad to have you all back. And please stay safe. And let me know whenever, whatever, when you have questions. Okay? So then we can talk. Don't get behind. Whenever you have the question, ask me right away. Otherwise, you forget, then you actually don't know the answer. Okay, so I will expect all the homework from you back on next Sunday, which is August the 30th. All right, see you everyone. Bye-bye.